What's up, my
What's
man?
up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm Terry. What's your name, sir?
Usama.
What are you going to do on AGT today?
I'm a stand-up comic.
How did you decide comedy was going to be your thing?
I was going to the med school track. I got into med school, was gonna go. Week before, I was like, Mom, Dad, not gonna happen. I want to do comedy in New York.
That was huge.
That was huge. If you're an immigrant dad and mom,
right,
a son going to med school, that's like 777s. Yeah. You made it. When I told my parents, my mom, she goes behind the kitchen, starts like banging on pots. She threw one. My dad, even scarier, just sort of like that single dad tear, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I had a little bit of money, but New York is so expensive. And I was living in a foreclosed house with no water supply.
You were squatting.
I squatted. I couldn't tell my parents how bad it was. My mom would call me, and I would go outside, and I'd go out into the street, so you couldn't see what I was living in. If I do well tonight, it's a way to show my parents that me not doing med school was not some crazy idea, because they haven't seen anything that I gained. All they've seen is what I've sacrificed.
All the way from squatting to the world's biggest talent show, brother.
This is the biggest stage. It changes lives. This is it.
Good evening. What is your name?
My name's Usama Siddiquee. I'm from Plano, Texas, and I'm a stand-up comedian.
You are a comedian.
Yes.
Do you do this for a living?
I tutor math on the side, but the idea is to make this the whole thing.
So you're a teacher right now?
I'm a teacher right now.
So this is the first time that you're gonna do it like in a stage like this big?
Right now, it's terrible gigs and terrible bars. The idea is let's go to the next level.
Do you have like a horrific gig that you did and you like still remember it?
Worst gig I did was my brother's wedding.
Oh no!
I know.
How can you mess that up?
I did so bad, my dad left during the set.
I was in a similar situation once when I made a speech.
At your brother's wedding?
Yeah, his wife never spoke to me again.
Yeah, you'd think it was gonna go well, and then it did not at all.
Oh, well, maybe you can redeem yourself tonight.
This is it.
We hope the best for you.
Thank you so much. Woo! Thank you guys so much. How's it going? My name is Osama. No relation, okay, to the guy. My mom was terrified after 9/11. She was like, Osama, do you want to change your name to something a little less Muslim? And I swear to God, she said, how about Hussein? A very lateral move. Hussein, I was thinking more Gregory, you know? Brian would be nice, even. I'm stressed too. I just got broken up with. It was an open relationship. Means you can be with anybody you want. I didn't know this. Apparently, the girl can also do that. You guys know, read the fine print. And my girl got the first person. I made the mistake of asking her this guy's name. She told me, you ever hear somebody's name and then know immediately that this person is a better lover than you? I was like, what's his name? She's like, Alejandro. I'm like, no! No! Alejandro! You couldn't be with Eugene, you know? Or a Simon? You couldn't do a Simon. You couldn't do a Simon. You couldn't do a Simon. Listen, if you're not laughing right now, your name is Eugene, all right? Every Eugene here is like, actually, I've heard they're pretty vigorous, okay? Yeah. So I met this guy, and it was a relief because his name was Alejandro, but his voice was Eugene. Straight up, he comes over, he's like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, much better now. And that's my time. Thank you guys so much. Y'all look great. Good to see you, judges. Long time no see. Just want to let y'all remind you that my name is still Osama and still get into situations for the name. A couple weeks ago, I was at JFK Airport, and a friend I had not seen in years sees me from across the airport, and he screams my name in the airport. Straight up, just like, oh my God, it's Osama! Is there a worse thing you can scream in an airport, right? Then he makes it worse. He's like, oh my God, I thought you were dead. Dude, I haven't seen you since September. Bro, where have you been hiding? I'm freaking out. Every TSA officer looking at me with that face that says Guantanamo Bay, right? So I'm like, Okay, let me diffuse situation. Let me show my friend I recognize him. So I gave my friend one of these. But Howie, this looks less like an I know you and more like the plan is a go. Right? He was like, Osama. I was like, commence operation. I get to the gate, but now I'm late to my flight, so I'm running in the airport, right? But Heidi, I'm running with a massive jacket and a huge backpack. Y'all realize how bad a brown dude looks running in an airport with a huge backpack? I looked like a suicide bomber who overslept. Right? Just like, oh, first day on the job, and also last day on the job. But I got to Miami with my friends. We're gonna go clubbing. My friends hate clubbing. They hate club music. They're like, yo, club music sucks. And club music does kind of suck, but it's also like the most fun music of all time, right? Like club music is so fun, the DJ could say anything he wants in the beat, as long as he adds a beat drop, it makes it all okay, right? Beat could be like, women shouldn't vote. What? Get back to the kitchen, go, what? Beats are too fun. When that beat drops, so does feminism. Some of y'all skeptical, I'll prove it right now. Heidi, if I called you a tramp, you'd be like, how dare you, right? But if I was like, tramp, 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 you'd be like, well, I do get loose on occasion. Thank you guys so much. That's my time.